Let's head into the garden.
All right. I'm very excited about this one.
Which one?
This bean plant, it's got a whole bunch growing, and I think they're just about ready. The beans are starting to...
So we got fresh beans on the way?
Yeah.
Excellent.
So we'll probably have them in a few days. Because I think the more you pick beans, the more they replenish. So it's one of those you need to harvest and pick.
So you're encouraged to pick them so they'll make more.
Yes.
Now what you doing?
I'm pHing my water.
What's that?
pHing the water is just adding...
No, what are you scooping?
Oh, this is baking soda. So I'm going to add probably about a teaspoon of baking soda to a gallon of water.
How do you know how much to add?
I eyeball it. My plants have seemed okay, so...
The start amount is low.
Yeah, the
And
start
the
amount is usually around 5.5. So about a teaspoon of baking soda, I've discovered, puts it in the perfect range for me, which is about a 7
For a gallon.
for a gallon. Unless I'm adding food and other things, then I will test it.
So our tank is at 5.5, which is too low, which we know.
Yeah.
And you've done it enough times where you just always end up adding the same amount to get it up to your target. What's your target?
7.
After you mix that, can we test it and see if it's mid-7s?
Sure, I'd love to.
Right,
I'll have to go inside and get a strip, but I'll do that. Alright, I'll go get that test strip. I have the test strips. Let's check and see if my winging it has produced the results that I think it will.
So you already added the baking soda to that water?
Mm-hmm.
And now you're taking a reading? Let's
Yeah.
see what you get. What do you think?
I would say it's actually a little low.
We'll put in a little bit more?
It's probably a high 6. It looks like it's almost to a 7. But yeah, I would say even just a little bit more. But it's not bad.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, it's not an 8 or anything that's going to kill it.
It's not a 5 or a low 6.
So I'm going to add a little bit, like about that much, just because I don't want to overdo it. Should I test it again? I'm fine just using it because that was a low enough.
Go ahead and test it again.
Alright.
If you're trying to show people how we do it, you should show them how to do it. So you just tear a little bit of that strip off and dip it in the water and check it against the color scale after you shake it off once.
That was kind of a tiny piece, but should be enough.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's good.
I think that's spot on.
Yeah.
Alright.
I repotted this cactus recently because it had outgrown its pot from years of being in it. It seems to really be enjoying the sun. I think it's looking healthier already, but we'll see. It's been difficult to try to recuperate dying cactus.
The wham-whams are here.
Yeah.
You put anything else in the water or just the baking soda to get the pH right?
Just the water to get the pH right. I need to brew a thing of coffee water to give them. I haven't given them coffee water for a while, but I also gave them a pretty good feeding last week, so for this week I've just been keeping it pH water.
So you feed them about once a week?
If I remember. But I had some things blooming, so I wanted to give it some bloom food, and I give it Epsom salts, and then I pH that, of course, too. I always try to pH it to at least get it to a 7. Because I think you also get healthier plants that are able to fight off diseases that way. Part of the problem I had in the greenhouse was 2 things. I wasn't pHing their water very well, and then they were getting hot and sick, so they just would get infested with bugs and would get all sorts of just nastiness, like ear mites in a cat. That's how they would just get this gross stuff.
Like ear mites for your plants?
Yeah.
Or they'd go to seed.
Or they'd go straight to seed.
Yeah, so even though they look healthy, they were of no value to us
But look
in
how
terms
nice
of
everything.
harvesting anything.
Look at my basil, it's all perky. This spinach,
We got
because
some perky basil.
the spinach, I actually saved it from going to seed because I moved it over to this cage garden, which gets more shade and gets actual spinach.
Yeah, it may seem like a real small garden, but you got a lot of variety going on here. Got a lot of different things you're working on.
Yeah.
Good to get them right in a small space before we scale it.
And everything's been slow growing this year, it seems, because of the colder temps. So we'll see how things go. I have some tomatoes I planted, but I think it's been a little on the colder side for them to start actually growing tomatoes. But I do have some tomato blossoms, and that's a lot of fun. Alright, well, I need to make another batch of water, and then I'm going to go and water the treasure chest. My tomato plant got really tall. I didn't top it at all.
You might need to.
Yeah. I don't know if it's too late or not because it's already blooming, but it's like it wants to keep growing.
Yeah, we'll see if that thing's tall enough.
I probably should have pruned it.
So how come you're not doing the drip buckets right now?
In the morning, I like to give them kind of a sense of spring or morning rain. And it's fun to visit them and see how they're doing, check on their progress. So I like to visit them in the morning, but in the afternoon when it's hot and I've got a lot of other things going on, the drip buckets are a wonderful way for them to babysit their water needs.
So you do hand water in the morning, and then you do drip buckets in the afternoon.
Yes, on the hot days. If it's cooler days, like after a rain, I will come out and do another hand watering. Because then I can also use less water. I can use half a gallon per treasure chest instead of a gallon.
With the
drip
buckets?
Buckets, yeah. And it likely does not give them as deep as a watering as the drip buckets would do, but
you just like to do it by hand in the morning.
I do. It's fun. It's a lot of fun to be their little rainstorm. This one has really taken off since I put all of this shading on it, especially in this corner, because this Swiss chard would wilt pretty much by the afternoon because the sun was hitting it too much. But I added all this shading and it's just gorgeous now. So this is the Swiss chard. I'm not sure what this is. I think it's some kind of flower plant because I threw a whole bunch of flower seeds in with everything, but it hasn't bloomed yet. It's almost completely covered now, but they really like it, so I've been able to keep them from going to seed. I think the rainbow chard actually enjoys this New Mexican heat. I've had success with it each year. Even in the greenhouse, it did fairly well, so it's a good plant to have.
Alright, so that's our morning watering ritual. Just a little bit of pH with the baking soda and hand watering in the morning, followed by possible drip buckets in the afternoon, depending on how hot it gets.
Yeah, they're going to get drip buckets today because it feels pretty warm already. I have some basil I can start to harvest the tops from. So I need to snip off here. And you have to do it at just the right point. If it's too soon, they grow up kind of gnarly and deformed. If it's too late, they won't branch out and do the lovely basil blossom thing. So, and then I can always make pesto. Fun.
Alright.
Alright.
Well, thanks for showing me.
Of course. Beautiful garden, thanks to you.